All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Eric Sauter. I'm from Baltimore, where I work for a company called Fixed. And today, we're going to have a retrospective on React Native. So I want to start by saying that I think React Native is awesome, and everyone in this room should use it. But the reason I lead with that is because my next slide, I'm going to change the title of my talk to React Native Sucks. But before everyone goes all Macaulay Culkin on me, I'm going to append to that it sucks a little bit. I have this really scientific pie chart here to illustrate when it sucks. So what we're going to do here is we're going to build an app in 3.5 minutes to see what I'm talking about. So Ben talked yesterday about the new project experience, and with React Native, it's awesome, right? You just have this one command, and right away you have a bootstrap project, you have an app that's ready to go and start editing. It's awesome. All this great stuff built right in, out of the box, to make you insanely productive. So you can start building without worrying about configuration. In addition, you have all these components and APIs that allow you to just jump right in and start building your app. But eventually, we're going to need more. That's not really a problem. We go to NPM. There's a ton of packages already to help us out. But because React Native is still, so things like video, Facebook login, a Stripe form, they're all there for us to use. But because React Native is still young, we're probably going to hit a point where we want to build something that no one else has done yet. So this leads to the ultimate realization of our worst fear, right, as JavaScript developers. We're going to have to jump into Xcode. We're going to have to know a little bit of Objective-C or Swift. We're going to have familiarity with the iOS SDKs. And of course, our favorites, these guys. So by this point, you're thinking, like, man, this is kind of starting to get pretty complicated. There's a lot of stuff going on here, right? So we're probably going to need to read some documentation, kind of level up our skills a little bit. That's easy enough. We use Navigator iOS. Don't actually use this, by the way. But we're going to use it to change the background color. So we write some code for that, except it doesn't work. So what's going on here? Like, are the docs wrong? Maybe we need to update the React Native version. I had originally wrote that version docs would really help, like Ember has, but they now exist, which is awesome. But in our case, it looks like we actually need to upgrade React Native. So that's cool, but now we just broke something. Text inputs don't really seem to work anymore. Luckily, there's some great resources to reach out to. Here's some of them. But in our case, again, no luck. Let's try to open an issue. Yikes. That's a lot of issues. Some issues really shouldn't be issues. They're kind of just taking up space. And some others, and I'm guilty of this as well, tend to just stay open even when they're fixed and just add filler, really. And so there's all this wasted time of the contributors and long-running issues and PRs that actually matter. This is one from September that's still open that I'm kind of waiting for. GitHub issue templates are a recent addition to GitHub that I think are going to be awesome to help reduce some of this filler. But I don't really have the time to read in all these docs and wait for issues, so we're just going to punt because we need to release. So that brings us to the App Store. As anyone who's used the App Store knows, it can be tedious, slow-moving to get your app accepted. It's kind of a Hail Mary as to whether or not you're going to get accepted or rejected. Luckily, there's some awesome tools, some especially within the React Native community, that are trying to solve some of these problems with regards to update and deployment. And now, fast forward to September, or back, React Native Android is out. So we'll have an Android out in no time because we have most of the code written. Not really. Repeat these slides, really, and then add some complaints about Android and Java, and you kind of get an idea about what your experience will be like. OK, so 30 seconds left. What's my point? This was kind of over the top, exaggerating a little bit, you know. First of all, like I said, I love React Native. It's completely changed the way we build mobile apps and allowed someone like me to just jump right in and be productive. I think we're spoiled by how awesome it is at times, and so issues can be exacerbated when they do appear. It's important to remember that many of these issues aren't unique to React Native, so we can look to other existing projects for solutions. If you're not contributing already, please do, because the more people that contribute, the better it's going to get. And please just don't complain unless you're going to offer some kind of solution. because the fact is it is getting better daily, and it's going to continue to get it better. So really, to summarize all this up, I just want to kind of, I guess, put like out a call to like, let's just keep identifying problems, building better solutions, and just making React Native more awesome. Thank you. That's my Twitter. You can check out Fix in the App Store and Play Store. Thanks.